Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Saturday, July 18th, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm a shamanic practitioner and I make these videos to help us all stay on our life path, living one day at a time, making sure we're not doing what we're not supposed to be doing as we are in recovery from our past as we step forward, living our best life, being true to ourselves and following our intuition, making wise choices. So many good things for us. It's really about staying healthy during this time, especially during COVID. So I make general readings for all of us so that we remember to take good care of ourselves first before we go help others. This is a general reading for everyone. And if you're new here, check out my info down below in the diddly-do box. LindaTheLightWorker.com is my website, or you can email me directly, LindaTheLightWorker@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. All right, let's jump into our cards. Today I'm working with this wonderful deck. My regulars know I've been working with it for a couple weeks now. It's by Stella Bennett. It's called The Star That Never Walks Around. And especially in this time of COVID, it seems very interesting, this war of COVID that's happening. And those who are staying at home and not walking around, some people are out walking around. But anyway, it takes Native American wisdom with animal wisdom along with tarot and other oracles. So anyway, let's jump into our cards. Our first card today is the Five of Thunderbirds. Now, this Five of Thunderbirds represents especially the wands or the fire signs. And the fire signs are Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. And this is the invitation to recognize all the worlds that are around you. When Miss Stella wrote about the Five of Thunderbirds, she talked about the war between the good and evil and the duality of life. And that certainly is out there. There is a duality of this world, right? The yin and the yang, or yin and yang, the yes and no, the good versus evil. So the invitation today is to pay attention where you are directing your energy. Are you directing it for the good, for your highest good, or for the highest good of all the people, which is how I always end all my prayers, not just for my highest good ever, but for all of us so that we have the best possible outcome. You know, sometimes it's that Spock principle where the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one. But this is the invitation for you to go within and get in touch with your higher self. Listen to your spirit guides. This is about you working on your communication. So maybe there's something you want to cut out of your life, or maybe a relationship that just you need some clarification, or perhaps you need to guess your needs aren't being met. Maybe you are not taking care of yourself in a relationship. What does that look like for you? Are you noticing that you're feeling resentful or angry or frustrated, or what is coming up for you? This is the reminder to be clear about your communication. And sometimes, especially if the thunderbolts are representing the fire signs can tend to really, believe me, I know I am one. Sometimes we can get all, and get all worked into a little bit of drama or emotion. They can be very expressive, the fire signs, good and bad. So that's important to remember. So to be clear and not to make a big muck about anything, but to be clear with your communication. All right, let's go to our next card, which is the Seven of Frogs. Now, look at this guy hopping around on this back. Stella says that the frogs lead us into our emotions. So this guy on the back of the frog is diving deep into his emotions. And it's about paying attention to where you are emotionally. Now, it looks like he's on the upswing here. Like I see those arms are up, and I don't know what the frog's doing. Maybe the frog is he landing? He looks like he's riding him like on his, like, what do we call that when we were kids? piggyback, right? A piggyback style. But this guy, this brave on his back, brave is he to follow the emotions, to have the courage to dive deep into the emotional world, to get clarity about what you want. I really feel that what you need to express is something that is very emotional for you. It's a deep emotion. You have some deep waters these frogs can go in, but you know what? The frogs can hang out just by the edge of the pool as well. So it all depends on how deep you want to go into these emotions that are percolating. It could be you have this conversation with somebody. Some of you need to have a conversation with somebody, not clear the air, but maybe claim your territory, state your needs. And it doesn't have to be, listen, you can be more powerful with the force of a feather than with a loud voice. When we're able to be clear with our communication and do it as gently as possible, the word really will get through, especially if you're just expressing how you're feeling. This guy's floating around. I know what that feels like, to feel kind of out of your body and floaty. There's been a lot of intense energy here lately of not really being able to understand where these emotions are even coming from, like getting caught up in them, being carried away. The frog just takes you on that emotional journey. So hold on. And our final card today is the Queen of Butterflies. Now, she rules the intuition, the unseen worlds, the spirit worlds. Call on her for spiritual guidance and ask her how you can stay grounded in this reality when perhaps you might be carried into other realms. You know, this emotional journey sometimes can take us off into a fantasy land about someone else, perhaps, or the imagined relationship, or where you'd like things to go, or maybe you're staying in the fantasy of the relationship so that you can feel connected, because maybe you're not that connected. Oh, call on her. Call her. Don't call me about this, because it sounds kind of sad. Somebody's having some sort of maybe a fanciful attraction. It's easy to fall in love with strangers or with people that we think we know, especially public figures. That's not an uncommon thing at all. My goodness, I think that's why they become so successful, because everybody falls in love with them. But here, ask this queen, call on the butterfly queen to help guide you. Do a guided meditation, a great day to go inside and get in touch with your spiritual self so you can really hear the clear answers you're seeking. All right, our final card today is from the Denise Linn Gateway Oracle deck. I just love her. Look at these beautiful images. This deck is so soft and feminine. Here we go. You're getting a fresh start, kitten. Starting fresh, it says, a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. A wonderful, look how pretty this card is. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. Boy, isn't that the truth? You know, we're in this unusual time of COVID with so many opportunities to reinvent ourselves, to get in touch with our inner self so that we're able to stay clear and communicative as we're all going on this very emotional journey that's happening right now. And knowing that a fresh start, things are going to get all right. You know, I keep hearing with Spirit, this COVID thing is far from over. We got to ride it out. But there is a new horizon ahead. And now is the time to invent yourself. Reinvent yourself. Invest this time and energy into you, into your inner work, for you to discover more about you, to learn more about where you want to be, how you want to live, who you want to live in your life, what kind of communities you want to be around. Many things are coming clear. And as we're in this time of COVID, what the easiest thing to spot is what we don't want. And as we build new communities and find our soul family or create social pods or however this new world is unfolding, a fresh start is here for you too. This is a time for you to step into your power, into your strength, and to do those things in your life that you always wanted to do, to have the love in your life that you always wanted. It's here for you. You get to have it. Yeah, it's really true. I'm not kidding. Oh, if you don't ask me, go ask the butterfly queen. She'll tell you. Holy cow, she'll tell you. Sit with the butterfly queen. Ask her some questions and see what she tells you. I want to hear all about it. All my info's down below. Put a comment. Let me know how you're doing, because you know I love all of you. All right, my dear, that's our reading for today, for Saturday. What a great Saturday it's going to be. Be thoughtful with your words and know that words have the power to hurt others. So you be careful, not be careful. I hate warnings like that. Be mindful. Be mindful of the words that you choose. Think before you speak, especially if you're feeling a little bit of aggression. Okay? All right, my dear. If you're one of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. You know, it's this community that just keeps me going, especially during this time. I love doing these videos for you. I hope you enjoy them too. And gosh, remember to do your best to take care of yourself today. So drink a lot of water, move your body, get some exercise and gentle yoga perhaps, or some qigong or a sound meditation. What are you going to do? How are you going to be good to your body today? Feed it nice things, eat great fruits and vegetables, and remember to love yourself, because you are lovable. You can do it. All right, my dear, I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.